Hello and welcome to this public speaking course. My name is Chloe Ward and today I'll be sharing with you my 5 recommendations on how to be successful in this course. Before we talk about that, I wanted to share with you what I have learned this past semester in my public speaking course. I have learned that attention getters are so important. This could include anything that gets your audience to relate to your speech and gets them interested. I also learned that body movements and visual aids can be useful. I sometimes get bored of watching videos of people just sitting and speaking, so this is when body movements and visual aids such as presentations through Google Slides could be useful. There are so many different ways to be successful in this course, but I have summed it all into 5 major points for you. In order to be successful in this public speaking course, you need to attend Zoom calls, make a quality outline, practice beforehand, make a schedule, and follow instructions very carefully. First, let's talk about attending Zoom calls and reading the book. The first thing you should do in order to be successful in this course is to attend the Zoom calls and make sure you're reading the book. Attending class is highly recommended. However, if you have a busy schedule like me, it seems impossible. I was only able to attend a few Zoom calls because of my busy work schedule. But I was making sure I was reading the book every week so I knew exactly what was going on during those Zoom calls and I wouldn't fall behind. It is important to attend Zoom calls because the Zoom lectures help you understand what is going on that week, and it gives you an opportunity to ask the professor questions and get your answers right away instead of sometimes having to wait hours for a response through email. In order to be successful, it is very important to attend the Zoom meetings as much as you can and read the book. Next, let's take a look at making a quality outline. It is very important to make sure you have a good outline to practice from. With every video presentation we also have an outline that breaks down the components of the presentation due with it. I struggled making my outlines in the beginning of the course, but now I feel like my outlines have improved so much. My outlines help me keep track of my main points and subpoints, and it makes the presentation go by so much easier and faster. Professor Graham will provide you with an outline that you can definitely keep and follow, and as long as you are following it, you will do great. It is very important to stay organized with your outline so that your presentation turns out amazing. Having a good outline will definitely help you succeed in this course. Now that we talked about the outline, let's take a look about practicing your speech before the main submission. When it comes to making your final presentation, you want to make sure your main video is perfect. In order to do this, you need to practice. It is very important that you practice your speech beforehand so that you can fix any errors. Many times when I practice my speech, I catch unorganized sentences, which are sentences that didn't make sense before, so I will fix those. And I also realize that my video is too short and doesn't qualify for the time frame, so I will definitely have to fix that as well. I also become more comfortable with my speech when I practice beforehand. I like to present my speech in person in front of family, friends, or coworkers. This helps me get rid of any anxiety or nerves I have while presenting. If you can't present in front of people, I also found it helpful to either record myself or practice in the mirror. It is so important that you do a practice run so that your main video turns out great and you can catch any mistakes that you made. Now let's talk about having a set schedule. With all my classes, I like to stay organized and have a set schedule. A set schedule can include waking up at a certain time every morning, dedicating certain hours to schoolwork, or having a planner with all assignments and their due dates. In my case, I have all 3. I think waking up early every day and dedicating the early hours to school helps me succeed and be successful. If you are not able to wake up early, you can also dedicate late hours for schoolwork, just as long as you are dedicating certain hours to only schoolwork and no other activities. I also keep a very organized planner with all my assignments and their due dates. It helps me keep track of my assignments and helps me stay ahead. It is very important to have some sort of schedule so that you can be successful in this course. Lastly, you need to pay close attention to instructions. It is very important that you follow instructions so that you are completing the assignments correctly. In the beginning of this course, my grades were suffering because I wasn't following the instructions right. Now I double read and sometimes I will even triple read instructions to make sure that I am including everything Professor Graham asked for. It is very easy to read instructions, you just need to make sure that you are reading them very carefully. You do not want your grade to drop just because you didn't follow the instructions right. It is important that you're meeting all the requirements of an assignment to succeed, even if it means taking a little extra time to reread the instructions It is just very important to know the instructions before your final submission. Today we talked about what I learned this past semester in my public speaking course. Remember, attention getters are so important. They can be anything that helps your audience relate to your speech. Body movements and visual aids can also help the audience know that you are awake and alert during your speech. Body movements can include just moving around, counting on your fingers, anything that lets the audience know that you are awake, alert, and ready to learn. And also visual aids can be anything from a slideshow to a graph on a piece of paper that helps your audience relate to your speech. We also discussed my 5 top recommendations on how to be successful in this course. Remember, in order to be successful in a public speaking course, you need to attend the Zoom calls, make a quality outline, practice beforehand, make a schedule, and follow instructions. Thank you.